the carbon surcharge, gas development surcharge, अगर हम 230 billion rupees हम collect करेंगे इससे. So what the government has done is, one of the things that obviously जब भी हम budget बनाते हैं, government को छोड़ दें, अगर आप अपना budget बनाते हैं, you always try to align your revenues with your expenditures. ठीक है? Now the most important thing for you to do is not to budget your expenditure, to budget your revenue. अगर आपकी revenue की projection unrealistic है, तो फिर आपकी expenditure की projection becomes unrealistic no matter what happens. You see, so what we're seeing right now is that the government has very ambitious revenue targets. They said कि जी 2.2 trillion rupees collect करना, हम लोग expect कर रहे हैं कि this year 1.7 करेगी. So that's around a 25-30% increase in the next year. So the government, I feel that you'll probably see another shortfall this year. You're going to see a shortfall of around 120 billion from the tax target. Right. You'll probably see that government will probably end up collecting probably around 1.28, 1.29. So you're going to see around another 120 billion rupees shortfall from the target.
Right, Mustafa, I'm sorry I have to interrupt you. एक और ब्रेक का वक्त हुआ जा रहा है. सेक्टर एनालिसिस में टैक्स टू जीडीपी रेशियो की जो फोरकास्ट है बीएमए की, वो लेस देन 9% है फॉर दिस ईयर. तो obviously the target will not be met according to BMA. हम मज़ीद डिटेल्स में बात करेंगे इस हवाले से. Stay tuned to Business Plus. वेलकम बैक टू सेक्टर एनालिसिस. हम इकॉनमी और ऑब्वियसली बजट के हवाले से बात कर रहे हैं. हमारे साथ मुस्तफ़ा पाशा मौजूद हैं फ्रॉम बीएमए कैपिटल. मुस्तफ़ा, कमिंग बैक टू द इन्फ्लेशन इशू एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी की हमने बात की, उस सब का आप इम्पैक्ट करेंसी पे क्या देख रहे हैं? क्योंकि अगेन इकोनॉमिक थ्योरी टेल्स अस कि विद मॉनेटरी ईजिंग जनरली करेंसी पे एक इफेक्ट आता है, एक वीकनिंग इफेक्ट. दैट डिड नॉट वर्क इन पाकिस्तान द अदर वे अराउंड व्हेन वी सॉ द टाइटनिंग. तो इस सिनारियो में करेंसी, स्पेशली विद द फैक्ट कि एक्सपोर्ट के जो टारगेट्स हैं वो इस साल भी मीट नहीं हुए और ऐसा कोई ख़ास अब मेजर भी नहीं लिया गया. ऑब्वियसली 40 बिलियन का जो अलॉट किया गया है एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड इंडस्ट्रीज़ के लिए, उस पर भी बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क है. तो हाउ डू यू सी द एक्सपोर्ट साइड एंड लिंकिंग दैट विद द करेंसी?
Obviously पाकिस्तान दिस ईयर जो हम लोग की टारगेट था of $22 billion is a very ambitious target, 10% growth over last year. This year I think 19 billion भी मुश्किल से अचीव होंगे. तो obviously आपके लोकल इश्यूज थे, आपके एक्सटर्नल इश्यूज थे, मगर पाकिस्तान यूनिकली एज अगर हम दूसरे रीजन्स को देखें, इफ़ यू कंपेयर अदर कंट्रीज जहाँ डिक्लाइंस देखें, इट वाज मोर डोमेस्टिक इश्यूज व्हिच कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड एक्सपोर्ट ग्रोथ. You had a huge power deficit, you had a high interest rate environment, you had a security situation, they all compounded together to really create a hard time for industry, especially textiles, which is almost 50% of our exports. So what we're seeing next year is that one of the main things that the government will have to work on, in which they have stated in their budget, is market access to the EU, market access to the USA. Whether they are able to negotiate preferential tariff agreements या duty reductions, या अगर कहीं हमारे पर एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगी हुई है. रिसेंट वी सॉ कि हमने EU ने हमारे पर बेड लिनन पे एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी हटा दी थी. तो maybe there, if they can make some headway towards that, हम देख सकते हैं. Then the 40 billion support fund जो उन्होंने दिया है, I think it's much more positive. जो previously जो R&D के ऊपर जो आप support देते थे textiles को, that was pretty ineffective. Abhi, if you have a 40 billion fund in which both the government and the private sector are cooperating, then hopefully that, if it's implemented properly, can have a much better effect as compared to the R&D जो subsidy मिलती थी. However, next year के लिए, given the global environment, projections for this year, contraction या flat growth at best globally, तो it doesn't seem कि export growth में as such कोई expansion होगा. Secondly,
आपका क्या अपना पर्सनली क्या व्यू है? 19 बिलियन हम वहीं रहेंगे, उससे ज़्यादा आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे?
I think between 5 to 7% growth could be seen.
Even if we see interest rates coming down, अगर 400 basis points तक by the end of December हम देख लेते हैं.
Yes, I think even अगर आप interest rate cut अगर आप करते हैं, suppose we see कि in each of the 3 remaining monetary policy जो रह गई हैं reviews in calendar year, अगर वो 100 basis points cut कर देता है, तो by the time those come into effect, it will be near the end of FY10. So obviously maybe not next fiscal year, मगर maybe FY11 में you might see कि export growth, यानी जो we need that push for it, it might come in, and external environment may also become more favorable to our exports. But what we're seeing right now is that trade deficit for this year, we're expecting around $12 billion, or under $12.5 billion. You're expecting your current account deficit to lie under 5.5% of GDP. So Pakistan has achieved some sort of stability on its deficits. However, for a country of Pakistan size, our GDP is around 170, 175 billion dollars. Our FX reserves are barely 12 billion dollars. So for a country of Pakistan, it cannot run deficits like this. 10, 12, 11, 12, 13 billion dollars के ना, which is why जो FODP pledges थी, जो IMF funding थी, जो World Bank से पैसे आ रहे थे, these are very encouraging signs for Pakistan कि the international community is finally realizing that we need a lot of international assistance, and that to stabilize Pakistan, to ensure it is able to continue as a viable nation state in the community of nations, we need to fund it. So for next year, actually, with all the funding that we're getting, if it materializes, you will actually have balance of payment surplus. However, अगर हम एक conservative view लेते हैं, एक cynical view में भी ले लेंगे जी, बातें तो लोग बहुत करते हैं, मगर whether that materialization of those funds actually happens is open to question.
Right.
So suppose we say that Pakistan's deficits will stabilize at $12 billion. Suppose we also get maybe 50% of the funding. What we're seeing is right now what the IMF has said. The IMF has said, okay, we are giving you money, IMF is giving you funding. You use that to bolster your foreign X reserves. You use that to provide yourself import cover, and you basically prevent speculative runs against the PKR. So we've seen that since November, PKR has been stable around 80, 81. Now what we're seeing, IMF has also said that जो funding है, you cannot use that foreign market या foreign exchange current market में आप intervention नहीं कर सकते. You cannot use our funding or our money to support your currency. Secondly, what they've said is that what happened जब crisis आया था रुपये के ऊपर, so one of the main steps that the state bank took was that we will take all responsibility for oil payments. We will supply the dollars from our own reserves. ठीक है, तो जो interbank market पे burn था वो नहीं होगा. Now the IMF has said that also has to go. You have to basically deregularize and basically hand over everything to the interbank market. So they've laid out a schedule. अभी तक furnace oil payments अब उन्होंने दे दी थी in February.
तो अभी भी स्टेट बैंक ही पे कर रहा है.
In February, the state bank handed over responsibility of furnace oil payments to the interbank market.
Okay.
By August, it has to hand over responsibility of diesel and जो बाकी refined products हैं to the interbank market. And by February next year, 2010, it has to hand over responsibility of crude oil payments. So basically, by February next year, all responsibilities for oil payment या जो dollars होंगे वो interbank market से आएंगे, यानी उनकी
तो फिर
reserves
करेंसी
आएंगे.
का आउटलुक वेरी क्विकली हुई तो टाइम कम रह गया.
So basically, what we're going to see is that the PKR will probably be depreciating. My projection is between 5 to 7% easily. You could see the PKR depreciate in the next 12 months.
Right.
Especially given that your international debt servicing costs are going up. We're projecting that Pakistan has around $3 billion left to pay over the next 12 months, and debt servicing costs are predetermined flows. You're taking more debt, so that will increase. So you're probably going to see that the PKR will remain under pressure, especially in an environment where interest rates are coming down.
Right. Thank you so much, Mustafa, for joining us on Sector Analysis. तो करेंसी के हवाले से मुस्तफ़ा का कहना है कि 5 to 7% depreciation is probably on the cards. However, growth targets should be met if everything goes according to plan. काफ़ी जो BMA की रिपोर्ट में लिखा हुआ था, उन्होंने कहा है cautiously optimistic or cautiously ambitious, I think that's the right word, budget था. And hopefully let's hope कि everything goes according to the plan, और कोई ख़ास जो भी हुकूमत की assumptions हैं उसमें कोई ख़ास changes नहीं आते, और oil prices remain stable, और ज़्यादातर जो pledges हैं वो हुकूमत को मिल जाती हैं. तो let's hope inflows भी आएँ और economic targets जो हैं वो meet हो पाएँ, और inflation जो है वो single digit में हो. फुरकान अयूब और सैफान खान को इजाज़त दीजिए और देखते रहिए बिजनेस प्लस.